Kevin Levrone and Horse MD. This is the match that I do see. You guys, the fans, have requested and voted on this one. Actually, part of your You Pick Tuesday lineup, which was a couple of days ago. So due to time restraints, we will not be doing the whole 500 likes for the rest of the requests. I wanted to see that Beirut's Derek Lunsford one as well, but if the Dave Palumbo versus Giovanni Azpeitia proved to any of you guys, stick with your requests, and they will get played eventually. But this one is definitely worth showing. We got Fan Request Friday coming just tomorrow, so, a lot of good matchups like these ones to take place. Structurally speaking, Horse MD, he is a lot like Kevin Levrone. And I can hear you guys now. But Marx makes muscle. Kevin Levrone's shorter. That's a different fan. Kevin Levrone is standing straight at the legs, and Horse MD bends at his great big horse legs. So renders them probably Kevin to be taller, considering he does step forward. I don't want to be disrespectful to Kevin, but man, Horse MD has some wheels. Not the clearest picture for Kevin either. We like to have fun around here. Here's a black and white. A black and white photo of Kevin Levrone, tilted, a little bit dousely. Hard to tell, and his quads were big. I think this was 95. Of course it was 95. 94 was very similar to 95. Good guns, good shape of the biceps for Horse MD. Nice big arms for Kevin. And like I said, his quads were big at the time, but Horse has horse legs. Of course. Now the front lat spread would be a different story. Definitely hard to size these guys. Horse, like I said, he is bending at the knees slightly, but he's also leaning way back in the upper body. You can see that. The guys from the 90s, they posed better, it seems. Standing up straight, showing us the actual lats. But again, guys, missized, maybe. But if it's not, Kevin Levrone, he's outgunned in the lag department. But if you're asking me which way I prefer the pose to be striked, Kevin Levrone, he's posing to a T. Horse MD, not bad, but not as good as Kevin. Turn to the side and check out the side tricep pose. Looks like the guy behind Kevin, he's about to snap a most muscular, pointing towards the opposite way. Isn't that funny? Anyway. Horse MD, as you can see, not only from the front, but from the side as well. The guy, and I wanted to see him versus Rubiel Mosquera. I mean, those guys both have horse legs. Trump, Donald Trump. Anyway, take the controversy out of this video. Here, turn to the side tricep. And this is an angle, a bad angle, I guess a good angle for Kevin Levrone. Horse looks good too. Man, Kevin had a statuesque side tricep. Kevin Levrone, he's sort of a pony, but Horse MD is a stallion. He's a horse. Here's maybe a more fair comparison. 97, I think this was. 98 could be. Kevin Levrone, you experts, you tell me in the comments section below. 97 or 98? I think maybe 98. Maybe 98. Could be 97 though. Very, very close. He's ripped to shreds, Monsoon. Those 90s guys, they had very thin skin. They also had good lighting. They don't have good lighting anymore. LED lights, they're not as good. Maybe the old light bulbs were better for reflecting those muscles. Turn around for the back development, and Horse MD takes instant criticism on this back. And not because it sucks. This back lat spread doesn't suck. But it just does not match his front, in my opinion. Those bountiful pecs, arms, things of that nature. This back just needs a little more wow. More of a pop. Kevin's back? For a guy that was also criticized for his back, it looks pretty good. Look at the triceps on Kevin Levrone. I mean, that makes this shot. Condition-wise, not very often. Kevin Levrone, he might actually be in better condition than a nowadays athlete. Very similar are the hammies, baby please, properlies, Papa, Louis Marco. Can't forget about him. Now the rear double by, just shaking my head here, Horse MD. And the thing in it, this rear double sucks, is why I'm sound like I'm dying over here. But the reason why it upsets me so, he has the meat. There is actual meat there. You can see it. The traps are huge too. It's just thrown together like a pinto. I mean, this is not a proper, as Louis Marco says, a proper rear double by. Kevin Levrone, he had a couple of them that I could have used. I used this one because it looks neat. Shows how shredded he is too. Jeez, he was in good condition. Of course, they all look soft next to Dorian Yates. Down there in England, the fish and chips was so rancid, it was not very hard to stay on my diet. They had fish and steak. Hard to get a good steak in England, though. All jokes aside, guys, Kevin is blasting. Horse MD in the rear double. Come on, Horse. Fix that rear double. Like I said, you got the meat. Here's the abs and thigh, and I don't want to upset any of the Brazilian fans. You guys are awesome fans, and you guys have awesome bodybuilders. Some of my favorite UFC fighters as well. Kevin Levrone, his midsection looks better than Horse MD's, and he might not even have had the best midsection back then, or he didn't. Lee Priest, you look around like guys like Sean Ray, things like that, even though he was a bit of a, But yes, Kevin Levrone, not the best midsection, and you could say Horse MD, one of the tightest midsections nowadays, but you can see the difference. Clearly, they got bigger midsections now. And I hope to see Horse MD have an even better midsection at the upcoming Arnold Classic. Here's the most muscular upcoming Arnold Classic of the making of this video. So Kevin Levrone, even in this shot, you can see the size of the wheels. Look at those big saddlebags. Because he's a horse, he needs saddlebags, Horse MD. Even in this shot, but in this shot, you can see the superiority of Kevin Levrone in the arm department, triceps, biceps, forearms even, delts, things of that nature, abs. So Kevin winning maybe the abs and thigh, or he was. Well, you got to take that quad into consideration too there, Triple M. But having said that, Levrone maybe winning that. Upper body anyway. A couple other shots. Could be argued that he was winning the front double, front lat, things of that nature. But all the while, I think it might have been too much on the way of Horse MD's performance. But then you look at the back, and I would suggest Kevin Levrone is winning this one. So an actual tight one, and a situation where I'm sure most experts can agree, well, there is no real winner. So you have to collaborate with other people, make an ultimate decision on this. I would click a notch for Kevin Levrone because the back, I think, was enough. I think he was actually in better condition. The hammies, glutes, things of that nature, and better back. Of course, if you told me Horse MD was way too much for Kevin in the lower half, I would tend to agree on that as well. So, could have went either way. Notch for Kevin. Have a great one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. If you did, consider subscribing. And heck, if you like today's video, check out another one. Might enjoy that too. Why not enjoy a whole bunch? There's a playlist as well. Another one over there. 1, 2, 3, diddly-dee.